All right, that is it for the sports. And even as we wrap up the bulletin tonight, let's give you our special feature tonight. Despite losing his parents at a young age and seeking refuge in another country, he has not given up in life. He hopes that one day he will fulfill his dream of becoming a doctor. Tonight, Catherine Imuragate narrates the story of Emery Nshirimana, a refugee boy living in the Kalobei camp within the Kakuma refugee complex in Turkana. The boy, together with other children, are creating their future through a unique education program supported by UNICEF. Enjoy this story. Thank you very much for watching The Weekend Prime. My name is Anki Dorisumbat. Marisha Witi has been on sign language. Good night.
It is everyone hope, enjoy, get the love of parents and to succeed in life. It is a quiet morning as the sun smiles down on the land of Turkana. 14-year-old Emery Nshirimana starts his day by preparing to go to future primary school. As he crafts his future, he cannot forget the tough lessons that life has thrown his way. He lost his parents through a road accident in Uganda, where they had fled to after a political crisis that turned tragic after taking an ethnic conflict. He was born in Uganda, but since April 2022, after being relocated by United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, the Kalobei camp within the Kakuma refugee complex has been his home.
My parents died from the accident. They got an accident when they were going for a ceremony. And for this school, I found it when it is so many, their teachers teaching me well, and I didn't knew even Kiswahili, but they taught me Kiswahili, and now I can try the best what I can do.
Following the death of his parents, Emery's aunt, Beninye Harumokiza, has been his guardian.
Kule Burundi hakuna vita ya watu wote. Burundi inakuwa vita ya protects tu. Lakini saa hii mnaona pesa zimeshuka kufika kwa 1,150. Sasa ukifika kwa 1,150. Sasa hizo pesa hakuna kuni hapa. Unanunua makaa kwa hizo pesa. Hakuna sabuni, unanunua sabuni kwa hizo pesa. Kitu chote, hakuna nguo ya mtoto, unanunua nguo ya mtoto kwa hizo pesa.
Hapa tu maisha ngumu tu, cause hii kitu ya bamba iko kwa madeni mengi, na sometimes tunakunywa uji kwa daily, and I thank for this school. We just eat at lunchtime. If we eat at lunchtime, so mama yetu auntie yetu anatafuta gisi anaweza leta hiyo uji tu tukunywe alafu ndo tulale.
Despite him living in this camp with harsh and hostile environment, he still holds in his dream of becoming a doctor. His plea now to the government and non-governmental organizations is to help him achieve his dream. He is considered one of the most hardworking pupils. At Future Primary School, Emery is part of a unique program called Accelerated Education Program that allows children from different nationalities to gain education under the Kenyan curriculum.
We are taking those learners with 10 years up to 18 years. And those learners are the learners who are out of schools. We are targeting like those adolescent mothers. We are targeting those who are unable to go to school, orphans.
Apart from studies, this center provides psychosocial support to overcome trauma. Emery is one of them.
Sana BLP inanisaidia sana kwa hizo activities hayo. So inanisaidia kama ku calm down, najisahaulisha vitu. I control myself. Even if I can be annoyed, someone can make me annoyed.
Beyond studying, the program allows the pupils to engage in other fun activities including drawing, drama and play. Being a flexible routine, the Accelerated Education Program, which is supported by UNICEF and other donor agencies, enables the minors to bridge the academic gaps occasioned by displacement.
The Accelerated Education Program has been able to reach over 7,200 students, and of these, over 450 of them have been able to transition to mainstream schools where they are continuing with their basic education. I'd also want to mention that how these children within the accelerated education centers are identified and referred is in collaboration with our child protection partners, who upon arrival within the reception centers identify these children and they refer them to education partners once they are cleared to proceed to their shelters where they are placed within the AE centers.
There are 27 early childhood education ECD and 9 secondary schools in Kakuma and Kalobeyei settlement schemes. And this program is actualized through partnership with Kenya's Ministry of Education.
One is to allow the refugees to use Kenya curriculum education. You will agree with me that the education system in Kenya is one of the superior systems of education that is admired across the continent. And having allowed the refugees to access that education is one of the ways.
Other forms of government support include provision of feeding program channeled through the National Council of Nomadic Education of Kenya. The state also provides Elimu scholarship and other improvement grants. This is the Kalobeyei Reception Center Child Protection Office. Among the hundreds of individuals here waiting for processing are unaccompanied children, adults and elderly seeking refuge in Kenya. Most of the new arrivals are from Sudan, South Sudan, Congo and Burundi. There is also a handful of refugees from Pakistan and Ethiopia.
On averagely per week we can receive around 1,500 refugees, both inclusive of adults and children.
Before arriving here, they must be cleared at the Kenyan border depending on their countries of origin. They are then issued with travel documents. The documents indicate the number of persons traveling per household. They then visit service centers at Kalobeyei where they are screened and cleared for reception centers for further documentation before being permitted to stay in camps. Screening entails age testing and rapid risk assessment.
Majority of the children who are admitted here are distressed. Some are traumatized, some are scared, some are confused because of their state of their countries which they originated from, which we are well aware they came from countries where there is fight and they are coming to seek asylum or safety places. So whenever we meet these children, they are not really that comfortable like you would expect a normal child to be.
Apart from psychological support, they acquire literacy skills to help with interaction, as majority only speak their native languages.
Offering the basic numeracy and literacy skills, we are not denying the children their right to education. And because these children are coming from different nationalities, some from Burundi, some from Rwanda, majority from South Sudanese, they come knowing their country origin language. And in Kenya, we normally use English and Kiswahili in our curriculum. So it is good for them to also be oriented and introduced to this language so that at the end of the day, when they are relocated to the schools at Kalobeyei or Kakuma within the camp, they are able to transit smoothly and be able to quickly adjust to the curriculum.
The center has at least 800 children aged between 2 and 17. Turkana West Sub-County Children's Director says children seeking asylum are accorded rights enshrined in the Kenyan constitution laws and child protection policies. At least 440 professionals at the refugee camp have been trained on children's rights, ranging from financial, emotional, and education.
Mine is to call upon our education partners, UNHCR and others, to partner with the government so that not only the child in the refugee camp, but also in the host community is assisted. I'm aware that education partners are very passionate about this. With initiatives like Education Cannot Wait, initiatives, Teach Well initiatives, all those ones will go a long way to ensure that not only do they complete, but when they complete, they become successful.
How we are going to work as a whole of stakeholders and partners together with the whole of government to provide that equitable services supporting their socio-economic empowerment here in Kakuma municipality.
Partners are seeking to work with the Kenyan government to ensure that host and refugee communities are supported both in Kakuma and Dadaab. Catherine Imuragate, KTN News.